What's good, my people? What's good, man? What's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? On the road. On the road was good. Make sure you like the video as you come in. What's good, my people? What's good? What's good? Hey, make sure you hit that like button as you come in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, man. What's going on, Gamble 310? What's going on, my guy? What's going on, my guy? Knox the car guy. What's going on? Hey, make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in. Hey, y'all be sniping with the likes. I don't be understanding that part. What's going on, Bella? What's going on? Hey, make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you... Hey, if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, man. It's light work. It's light work. What's going on, Jim Frazier? What's going on? Man, I'm good, my guy. I'm good, man. Hope you having a blessed day. Hopefully you chilling, making money, and being blessed, man. Hope all of y'all being blessed, making money, man. And hope all of y'all being blessed, making money, man. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Jim Frazier, I'm from New Zealand. Thank you, bro, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, New Zealand. Hey, I got to get out to New Zealand again, man. Look, I haven't been to New Zealand since I was overseas. It got some good people in New Zealand, Jim. So shout out to y'all, man. They got some good people in New Zealand, man. Shout out to New Zealand, though, man. Let me see who else we got up in here. What's going on, Yankee Pride 24? That's right, God did. My D said I'm from Iran. Shout out to Iran, man. Shout out to Iran. Appreciate that, Knox the car guy. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Ismail, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? Peter Madison, hello from Denmark. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Dre Stewart? My guy, Dre Stewart. Yankee Prize 24. Shout out to you, man. Mike, are you unemployed? I'm a business owner. I'ma always be unemployed. I'm a business owner, man. I'ma always be unemployed. What's going on, Alex? 115_gamer. Man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button as y'all come in, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me get you up out of y'all, man. Get you up out of y'all, too. Yeah, we crashing out, Nerd Fury. We crashing out. Edison said, yo, I don't know about trying to get Deladon. Man, Deladon is on the, if Deladon is on the table, look, I'm going to get Deladon. If Deladon on the table, I'm going to get Deladon. Hey, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button as y'all come in, man. Appreciate that, Peter Madison. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. What's going on, Brass Tax? What's going on, my guy? What's going on, my guy? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I ain't gonna crash out too bad today, man. I just want to. I'm on the road today. I ain't gonna get home till about 8 o'clock. That's why I ain't doing my scouting report tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna just run it right quick. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as you come in. I'm liking the way I'm liking the way that everybody, you know, jumping to conclusions about like what Ariel Atkins is going to be for the team. You know, I'm liking that because I think Ariel Atkins is what we needed, not what we wanted, right? So you gonna always be up in the uproar. You know what I'm saying? When things happen and it's like it's not something I wanted, but when you sit back and think about it, right? It's something that we literally needed. I mean, let's talk about Ariel Atkins for a second, because again, she's been with the Mystics since they won the championship, right? Back in 2019. But when you think about the type of team she's been on the last, 4 or 5 years, I mean, have they really been in contention? Have they really, you know, solidified themselves throughout the last 5 years as one of those teams? So when you on teams like that, what's going on, Political Lil? When you're on teams like that, it's really hard for you to showcase your skill set. What's going on, Daniel? Hey, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I ain't gonna crash out too much today. I ain't gonna, but I mean, look, today I'm in high spirits, man. I'm in high spirits today, man. I'm in high spirits today. I gotta get some of y'all out of here, man. I gotta get some of y'all out of here today. What's going on, Miss Gant? What's going on? What's going on? I gotta get some of y'all out of here. Y'all cutting up too much. Hey, that's why, next week, that's why I'm gonna be taking some of my wrenches, man. Hey, my wrenches, y'all don't be doing y'all job, man. Y'all be just letting them cut up in the chat. But my memberships are starting next week. I said that on my stream yesterday with me and Key. So if you do got a wrench, by the end of the week, you're gonna be losing it. And only my actual members will get wrenches, man. Cause again, you know, I was in a giving out wrench frenzy one day, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But back to this roster, man. Y'all gotta relax, man. What's going on, Miss Goody Two Shoes? What's going on? Hey, but as far as this roster, y'all gotta relax, man. Look, no lie. I like what Ariel Atkins could mean to us, and I think a lot of y'all don't really understand it yet. Like, you got to think beyond. You got to think beyond just the player. You got to think. You got to think like I gotta get y'all up out of y'all, man. You going in the 24-hour. All y'all going in the 24-hour timeout coming up here with all that. But I think that Ariel Atkins is what we needed, not what we wanted. So, yes, we had the third pick, but I've been saying this from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? A few people been on my side. You know what I'm saying? Well, not really side. A few people, have the same conclusion about that number 3 pick, man. Like, this draft is okay. Hey, K-Stone, look, it just, hey, that melanin, man. That skin tone, that's all that is. The sun just happened to be rising behind me. So, I don't know. But Ariel Atkins is player we need. We were the worst perimeter defense in the league last year. We needed, see, this is the thing people keep forgetting. And that's why I be in agreement with Showtime on this. When we thinking about what teams need we forget some people defense is more important than others offense. And sometimes we keep forgetting that. When we look at players, and we're all guilty of doing it. When we look at players, we go straight to stat sheets and say, oh, is this player good? We go straight to accolades. Oh, is this player good? Is that player good? That's not how you evaluate who fits on the team. And if you're a GM that evaluates people like that, you won't have your job long because you're not building an actual team. You're just trying to put the best talent together and see what can happen. They don't always win. And they don't stay together long. Because if you just accumulate a lot of talent, you'll end up losing out on some of that talent year over year, because if they're the best of the best at their positions, eventually they're going to be chasing the bag. So what are you really building? Are you buying a 1-year championship, or are you trying to give yourself a 5-year window? That's what a lot of people got to ask themselves when they think about putting players together. Are you trying to buy a 1-year championship like the Chicago Sky did? Or are you trying to build something out with a 5-year window where your core is, right? So that window depends on where your core is going to be when that championship window opens. That's what you got to remember. And I think a lot of people are grading things based off of, like, okay, yes, we got the championship window, but is it accurate to where your core will be when that championship window opens? That's what you got to ask yourself, man. It ain't about going for championships. It's about, how do I build a sustainable roster for my championship window? Because let's call a spade. You're not going to be in the championship every year. What's going on, Tim Johnson? What's going on? You're not going to be in the championship every year. So as a GM, I'm like, who's my core? When does their prime start? And is that my championship window? And are they the pieces that elevate my championship window? And who can I bring in that fits this timeline of this championship window? See, the great thing about the Chicago Sky is that they're in a great position. And let me tell you why. Because in the next, let's say 3 years, you could have a 2-year championship window, right? And a lot of people ain't talking about this. So a lot of people got to be patient, man. Y'all got to be patient. The Chicago Sky core pieces are so young. In the next 2 years, going into 2028, you can have a 3-year championship window you can build, regroup for a year, and then go into another 5-year window. That's what y'all not realizing, and I hope Jeff realizes that. Like, your core is so young that you could literally say, I can take chances on a 3-year window of trying to build a championship team right now. Let the market reset in another 4 years, and my core is still going to be young enough where I can regroup, retune a few things, maybe go drive me a new point guard, and go back out there again with another 5-year championship window. So, like, y'all got to calm down. I think y'all looking at this all wrong. Y'all got to calm down. Y'all gotta calm. Like, the window is so big because your core is so young, and they're like, think about this. Angel Reese and Kamilla, this is why I'm telling y'all to calm down. In the WNBA, your average prime starts at your average prime. Appreciate that, Superfly Jake. Your average prime starts at, I would say, that 26 to maybe 33. That's kind of like your prime years, right? That 33, maybe 34, 35, depending on the player. But just your typical, if you look at the WNBA over the years, the Cynthia Coopers, the everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Lisa Leslie's, even the Dawn Stellies and the Teaspoons. Between like that 26 and that 33, 34 range, that's like really your prime years in the WNBA. Think about this. Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso still have 4 years before they really get to their prime. So I need y'all to calm down. Like this not even their prime window. So that's why I said, if I'm Jeff, I'm taking a chance while my rookies are on rookie deals, where I don't have to pay them so much. I can go overpay for a superstar to pair with them, or overpay for 2 or 3 play and plug pieces to overpay them to play with them for the next 4 years. Regroup, see what the market is, go back out there, retool, rebuild a little bit, and then I got another 5-6 year championship window, maybe 7, depending on what Kamilla and Angel Reese are in their growth. So that's why I'm telling y'all gotta, like, and I hope Jeff is looking at it like that. Like, we don't gotta build this thing out. We don't gotta build this thing out for the next 12 years. We just gotta build this thing out for the next 4 years. See what the landscape is and revisit it. So that's why I'm not so gung-ho on us getting the rookies in, right? 1 or 2 rookies here is good for morale, good for the future, right? And it depends on if they pan out or not. So for me, I'm like, take your chance with this 3-4 year window you got before Angel Reese and Kamilla's prime contract starts. Go overpay. Then how we want to draft here, get a player from here. In 2028, we can literally do that all over again. Like, Angel Reese, and I think a lot of people are not even really talking about that. Like, Angel Reese and Kamilla are so young and talented that you can literally have 2 championship windows with them, right? I mean, think about Stewie, right? Stewie came in ready, so young. Think about Candace Parker. Like, when you come in ready and so young, you can have like a rookie scale championship window, and then you can have your prime year championship window. For instance, Stewie with Seattle, rookie scale championship window, right? Stewie with the Liberty, prime years championship window. So you can have 2 championship windows, and that's okay, as long as you know what to do with that. So if I still got Kamilla and Angel Reese on rookie deals, because even though the CBA is going to go up next year and caps are going to fluctuate, right? Angel Reese and Kamilla contract won't change. So guess what I can do, Jeff? I can literally go overpay for whoever I want, because I got 2 rookies that are my centerpieces that are literally on a rookie deal that's going to be cheaper than whatever current rookie deal the players are going to be getting in the next 2 years. So the players coming, think about this. The rookies coming in 2026, 2027, 2028 will be getting paid more than Angel Reese and Kamilla. Think about that. So if I'm Jeff and I know that, hey, we got 70 people in here, man, hit the like button. I only got 35 likes, man. Hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. So think about that. Think about that. You in the next 2 years, you'll have rookies making more than Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso. So if I'm Jeff, I'm building this thing out for the next 3 years. In 2028, I can regroup again. Because the whole goal, the only way you get this championship window though, is if you make sure Kamilla, Angel Reese, and whoever your third centerpiece is happy, right? So you build out your 4-year championship window, kind of like the Lakers did with Kobe Bryant. They already had Shaq there, right? They had that 5-year window with Kobe Bryant still on his rookie deals, wasn't making that much, right? They traded away Shaq. They brought in more pieces. Remember, in 2007, when the Lakers were still rebuilding, Kobe Bryant actually demanded a trade. And he wanted to go to, I think it was Phoenix or New York. I forgot who it was. Because he tried to get KG there, and KG ended up not coming, and he demanded a trade in 2007. And this was like the pinnacle of when Phoenix had their run and gun. Dirk was still with the Mavs. They had just went to the finals the year before that and lost to the Heat in 2006. So that's what the Lakers did. They said, we got a young Kobe Bryant. We don't got to pay a lot to. Let's put a lot of pieces around him and Shaq that make sense. They went and did that. They created themselves a 4-year window because Kobe Bryant's contract wasn't that much, right? They took advantage of Kobe Bryant's contract. Then, the second time around, they were able to use the window they built the first 4 years to attract more free agents when it was just Kobe Bryant in his prime by himself. They was able to make trades because they had valuable pieces that they built around that they was able to move off of 1-year contract. That's why I say great GMs, they don't create a 1-year window. They create 3 to 5 year championship windows. So if I'm the owner of the Chicago Sky, I'm looking at Jeff and saying, where's my window? And if he can't tell me my window, you got to go. Because, like, you got 2 windows literally set up for you if you utilize it right. You got their rookie scale window, and then you got their prime year window, where guess what? Well, guess what? You don't even need, when Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso are vets in their prime, guess what you don't need? You don't need to go overpay for another because they already they are them. I don't need to go overpay when I got 2 of them on my team already. And whoever your third is that you bring along, I don't need to go overpay when I got 2 to 3 of them on my team already. Now I can just go get my Lane and Halbertons, my Phoebich in the draft. I can get my ancillary pieces. That's how I utilize their prime. But their rookie scale, I go overpay to create me a 3-4 year window. Because I'm not giving them that much money. Like, I don't understand. And in that conversation, again, I'm going to start charging y'all, man. Y'all be getting too much free information. I'm going to start charging y'all. Look, but again, I literally just told Jeff how to create 2 championship windows. Look, again, you gotta look at it for what it is. I don't think we would have been able to attract Ariel Atkins in free agency. So we had to trade for her. I don't think we were going to, look, it got 70 people in here, man. Hit the like button, only 42 likes. I don't think Chicago Sky had confidence that 2026 was going to be a big year for them, because if they would have had confidence, like that's why I say we gotta stop. Like, we gotta stop harping on 2026 free agency because everybody on 1-year deals. What does that mean? What does that got to do with the Chicago Sky? Like, the Chicago Sky can attract free agents. So, like, what that got to do with the Chicago Sky? Because the Chicago Sky organization has shown you they're not capable of bringing somebody in that's worth the damn, right? So, if I'm the GM, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to trade for you. And while you're here, I'm going to wine and dine you. I'm going to wine and dine you so you can resign and you can spread the word that it's different over here, right? So I'm not mad about them moving off the number 3 pick. Because, let me tell you why. Because there's 3 factors. There's 3 factors that y'all got to remember, man. There's 3 factors that y'all got to remember. The first factor is Olivia Miles going to be available at number 2? The second factor is, if she's not available, what is this 3rd pick really worth? The third factor is, can I create a championship window while they are still on their rookie deal? See, look, you gotta remember, when you build these things out, what's going on, Bree? When you build these things out, you gotta remember it takes money, it's limited roster spots, and it takes everybody being on the same page to build these championship teams out. You got to think about that. You got to. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to. And Chris Grimes said the 2027 pick swap was too much. The number 3 pick was fine, but that class is loaded. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this about that pick. What? Looking at the trajectory of the Mystics in 2027, see, y'all keep getting caught up. Look here, man. Look here, man. This is my last time explaining this, so pay attention. This is my. I'm not explaining this no more, cause a lot of y'all are brain dead to me, man. Look. You could tell this. You could tell that a lot of WNBA fans aren't used to like the multi-pick deals, because y'all keep getting caught up on it's a 1st round pick. And I'll tell you this, in the NBA, you know how many 1st round picks get thrown around? Like unprotected, protected, like, you know how many, like, so the WNBA is getting there because of the player empowerment. So the WNBA is about to get there. So I need y'all to catch up to how this actually works. When you trade a player, the team tells you and the market tells you what their tier is as far as pick. 4 to 5-time defensive player, all defense, 2-time All-Star, 26 years old, 28, whatever year, 26, 28. I forgot what Ariel Atkins is. in the middle of her prime. Well, actually, kind of like at the beginning of her prime. She's probably 1 to 2 years in her prime, right? That's worth the 3rd pick. I don't care who's in the draft. Like, I don't know what y'all, look. The market is the market. The market is, if you think Ariel Atkins isn't worth the 3rd pick, with her accolades, her experience, and the age she is, I don't know what to tell y'all. I can't make you understand it then. I can't make you understand how this works if you don't think Ariel Atkins is worth the 3rd pick. Like, what? Like, what? Look, man. Look, man. So, is she worth a 1st round 3rd pick? Yes. So we take that pick off the market. This 2027 pick, y'all keep getting caught up on. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm the GM, the trajectory of the Chicago Sky versus the trajectory of the Mystics in the next 2 years, I got Chicago Sky being better anyway. So technically, I didn't even give up a pick. So at the end of the day, I got Ariel Atkins for the number 3 pick in 2025 and a 2nd round pick in 2027. That's what I got Ariel Atkins for. The number 3 pick in 2025 and a 2nd round pick in 2 years later. That's just, look, man. Y'all was holding on. Y'all acting like this number 3 pick was going to be the great hope for us. Like that was going to propel us to the championship. What? Look here, man. Y'all got to get up off that pick. Y'all got to move on. Ariel Atkins, we actually got to steal. And I can't wait till she prove y'all wrong. And I'm going to remember who was talking. I'm going to remember. She going to prove y'all wrong. You have to actually look at these players and understand how they can contribute before you make a subjective decision on if it was worth it. If I look at how Ariel Atkins' play style is, what we need, again, Ariel Atkins' trade was what we needed, not what we wanted. And when I do the thumbnail, I know I'm live right now, but when I actually do my thumbnail when I get home, that's going to literally be my thumbnail. And if y'all go watch my crash out videos, I literally created a thumbnail for them. So it's a pretty cool thumbnail I created for them. But that's going to definitely be the headline on my thumbnail for this episode. Ariel Atkins is what we needed, not what we wanted. So it's like a kid. And your parents buy you a library card versus your next PS5. Is what you needed because you doing horrible in school and you can't read. And you need to go learn something anyway. Is what you needed, but you wanted the PS5 so you upset on Christmas because you got a library card and 2 books as one of your presents. Look, Ariel Atkins can shoot. She can create a. Hey, look, I was in a Twitter space yesterday. This is how I know. A lot of y'all tripping. I was in a Twitter space yesterday, right? And I wasn't even on their thing yet. I wasn't even a speaker on there. I was in the thing, and somebody seen me comment on a post. And they had asked if I was in there. I be in them Twitter spaces, man. They be loving me in them Twitter spaces. But anyway, they brought me up as a speaker, and I was talking to them. And Look, y'all know me. A lot of them don't really be on my YouTube channel like that. Shout out to those who have subscribed from the Twitter Spaces, but a lot of them don't be on my YouTube channel like that. So they don't be knowing. I be really baiting them into answering questions just by asking something. So I was up there yesterday and I started rambling and I was like, is Kennedy Carter worth that third pick? And don't you know, half of them was like, yeah. And I said, but Ariel Atkins isn't. And everybody got quiet. Everybody got quiet in the circle. I'll be cooking. Look, all of them got quiet. And some of them came over to my side. Cause you gotta think, like y'all gotta really think before y'all. That's why y'all haven't really heard me say a lot about the trade because I haven't put everything together. But I had some of them come to my side yesterday in the Twitter Spaces because you got to think about it. And at no point, at no level of the game is Kennedy Carter better than Ariel Atkins. Locker room, on the court, off the court, just as a presence next to, like, at no point. So if she's worth that third round pick, why isn't Ariel Atkins worth that third round pick? That's why I say, look, I be in them Twitter Spaces. Hey, they be loving the boy over there. I'm about to get to be on Twitter more. I got a Twitter, but I don't really be on there. But hey, I had some of them flipping to my side. Cause you gotta really think when you say stuff. MJ, I was in there one time, the Skytown Spaces. I was in there one time. But you gotta really think. So Ariel Atkins, she replaces Kennedy Carter and more. Right? She replaces Kennedy Carter and more. And what I mean by that is she replaces Kennedy Carter's scoring. But guess what else she is? She's a great locker room presence for Angelreese and Kamilla to look at and say, we got Ariel Atkins. We got one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Guess what that does? See, and I was talking about this on Showtime channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Showtime Sports and my dude HD. He was up there too. And what I was telling them was, when you've been in them locker rooms so long, that's why I say experience is the best teacher. When you've been in those locker rooms so long, you pick up on mannerisms. You pick up on the way people walk on the court. You pick up the way they communicate with each other, even without saying a word. The way they pass the ball to each other. The way they work on the court. You got to remember that a player like Ariel Atkins only is going to elevate Angelreese and Kamilla's game, even Michaela's game. They need it. Look, for all intents and purposes, right? Angelreese and Kamilla are the cornerstones, right? They're the engine that makes this go, right? But it's something about getting in the car and I got good seats. It's something about getting in the car and I got good seats. Instead of driving to that store down the street, I'm going to drive to the good store another couple miles down the road because these seats just feel so good. It's just good to ride in the car with good seats. When you got Ariel Atkins in your locker room, all that's going to do is elevate their games. Because I got somebody I can look at and say, we got this person on our team. Like, I don't think y'all understand how important that is. Like being in the locker room and just looking across or next to you, wherever the locker is, and saying, we got Ariel Atkins. Yeah, you got Jewel Lloyd, but we got Ariel Atkins. Yeah, you got Sabrina Ionescu, but we got Ariel Atkins. Yeah, you got Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, but we got Ariel Atkins. And I'm not saying point for point, impact for impact, they're all the same. I'm not saying they're all the same. I'm saying the psychological effect on Angel Reese and Kamilla, that's how they're going to feel. So that's what I need a lot of people to understand, that it's more than, like, before you step on the court and I look around the locker room, how confident am I? And I was saying this on Showtime channel yesterday when we was doing the game. For Angel Reese and Kamilla, the talent is there. The work ethic is there. It's all confidence and experience. So the more you're around people who are proven, the more confidence you're going to get. The more you're around people that make you feel like, I got this person. Yeah, they got them, but I got them too. Look, that's the more confident you're going to be. Like, I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that. Again, if I'm Jeff, right? I got Ariel Atkins. If I'm on the draft board, I'm being honest with myself. I'm saying I got Ariel Atkins for the number 3 pick in 2025 and a second round pick 2 years later. I won this trade. So what you got to do is, now I got to say, okay, what's my next move? And if I'm Jeff, my next move is, think about this. I want y'all to think about this. What if I told y'all, and listen to this closely, and make sure you like the video. We got 60 people in here. Like the video. Listen to this closely. How would y'all feel? And give me your honest opinion, chat. Give me your honest opinion. Think about this. What if for the number 3 pick, the number 10 pick, a second round pick in 2027, and a second round pick in our number 22 second round pick this year? So for a number 22 pick this year, for the number 3 pick this year, the number 10 pick, and a second round pick in 2 years, how would y'all feel if we got Ariel Atkins, Cheyenne Sellers, and the best stretch 4 available at the number 16 spot? How would y'all feel? That's a win. And maybe he approached, look, the Mystics got the 3rd pick now, the 4th and the 6th pick. And look, maybe he approached them about it and they turned it away. Right? But if I'm Jeff, I'm saying, I will give you the number 10 pick, the number 3 pick, and 2 second round picks for your number 6 pick and Ariel Atkins. That's a win. Like I keep talking about, Angel Reese and Kamilla are on a rookie scale. The contracts are just going to continue to go higher. Great GMs. Look at all sports. Basketball, football, hockey, baseball. They take advantage of great rookies by putting a lot of key pieces around them, even if they overpay. Because guess what? I can create a 4-year window while they're on their rookie scale. And then guess what I'm going to do? Once the market resets itself, in 4 to 5 years, Angel Reese and Kamilla are going to be at the beginning of their prime. We just gonna retool, regroup. I don't need to go get vets. I can draft me some rookies now. I don't need to go get all these different vets. I could go probably get me 1 or 2 vets, bring in some younger pieces to build with them for the next 5 years while they're in their prime. That's how good GMs do it. They create windows. They create windows, especially when you got young talent. You take advantage of that. You take advantage of that. So think about if Jeff can create a window from 2026 to 2029, right? That you got a 3-year window where you can create, where you're trying to get to at least 2 championships in that 3-year window while they're still on their rookie scales. When it's time for them to re-up, they're gonna be at the peak of their they're gonna be in it. They ain't even gonna be in their peak yet. In 2029, Angelreese is only gonna be what, 27? 27, 26? Kamilla, same thing, 27? In 2029, Ariel Atkins will only be 31 or 32. 31, 32. So I got Ariel Atkins at 31, Angelreese at 27, Kamilla at 27. I'm winning. Now I could create me a whole nother window. But they got to get paid now. So now I can look at some younger pieces to put around them. Because guess what? What happens is when Angelreese and Kamilla, and we this is all hypothetical on if Angelreese and Kamilla continue to develop. This is all dependent on where they are when they get to their primes. Guess what's going to happen? If you've been around sports a long time, you're about to understand this statement. Guess what's going to happen? When they get to the peak of their prime, Chicago Sky won't have to overpay for nobody. Because guess what? Players will be taking contract minimums to come play because they're going to have a championship window. So that's how you take advantage of their prime, and that's how you take advantage of them while they're on rookie scales. That's how you do that. You overpay, you go out on a limb, you bring in proven players because they're on a rookie scale. My proven players, they're going to get the big money anyway. Then when Angelreese and Kamilla are proven, let's say they win a championship. Let's say they win 1 championship in the next 3 years. They're going to have a championship under their belt, or even let's say they even make it there. They'll have a championship appearance under their belt, which means let you know they can get there with the right pieces, right? And they'll be at the peak of their powers as far as like their individual talent. So now you can go to veterans and say, hey, we got a young core at the beginning of their prime. Come here. Hey, take a little less, but we gonna win. That's what good GMs do. That's what good GMs do. That's what good GMs do. They build championship windows. They don't just put pieces together. So you gotta remember that. You gotta remember that. Again, even I know I'm hard on Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen, and that was only because, and I said this yesterday, that was only because I didn't like that. I didn't know what we were gonna. I didn't like nobody in the draft to make them two better. I don't think nobody in that draft, in this year's draft, was gonna make Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen better, or put them in there. I didn't feel like nobody in this draft was gonna put them in their proper roles. I felt like, and nope. Look, you could tell me I'm wrong, but you got to prove it. You can just go to my YouTube channel. I don't even got to tell you. You can just go watch my draft reports. I actually did the homework. Like, so y'all can say whatever y'all want, but just as this team was constructed, nobody in this draft was going to make those two better. So bringing in somebody like Ariel Atkins, where both of them can go back to their actual roles, because they won't have to be a primary go-to, a primary scorer. They won't have to be able to create their own shot and put the ball on the floor. That's not who they're gonna be there for. That's not what they're there for. That was never their roles in their entire life. So I'm liking the signings more. I'm not all the way with the signings though. Hey, make sure y'all hit that. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Give me the 70 likes, man. Give me the 70 likes. Look, I'm at 70% on the signings right now. I'm at 70%. Look, last week when I crashed out, I was at 30% on the Rebecca Allen and Kia Nurse signings. I was at 30%. But now, with that addition, I'm at 70%. I'm at 70%. Because now I feel like they can stand out in their roles now. I'm only at 70% though, because I don't want neither of them playing the 4 at all. If we can, and I don't want either of them being one of our ball handlers. I think we need a point guard for the future. I think we need a point guard for the future, and that doesn't mean somebody generational. I think we just need a solid point guard for the future, because Courtney Vandersloot, I got her retiring after this year, because I don't even think she's gonna have a good year. I got her just coming home, ceremony tour, and hanging it up. And shout out to Diana Taurasi for retiring. Hey, look. Some of y'all, hey, look, man, let me tell y'all something, man. 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 Let me tell y'all something. Look, if I tell you the price of paper, of loose leaf paper and printer paper has gone up, go cut you a tree. If I tell you the price of printing paper has gone up, go cut you a tree. I told y'all, and some of y'all that's in this chat right now was telling me, nah, that ain't what that means. I literally told y'all, and anybody in the chat that was there on that stream can verify I said this. I told y'all, when Brittany Griner left the Mercury, I told y'all that Diana Taurasi was retiring. The moment BG left, I said Diana Taurasi is retiring. That's the only way BG leaves. They were too close. Because if Diana Taurasi was going to run it back at least one more year, BG would have stayed just to support her. It was going to be her last year. She would have stayed. That's why I said the moment BG left, I know Miss Gant. Look, if I tell you the price of paper is going up, go cut you a tree. I'm telling you, go cut you a tree, man. That's why I'm one of them ones. Go cut you a tree. Look. If Diana Taurasi was still going to be there at least one more year, BG would have stayed. That's her home girl. They like this. For BG to want a new journey, let you know Taurasi wasn't coming back. Like, you know? So, but anyway, I just wanted to say that, because y'all gotta look. Again, if I tell you the price of paper going up, just go on to the forest in your backyard and go cut you a tree, man. You're gonna make some money. Just go cut you a tree. You're gonna make you some money. But back to these picks, man. Look, y'all gotta get off the number 3 pick. It's gone. Justin traded it away. It's gone. And, 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 and like, This is something that I'm perplexed about, right? I am perplexed. Appreciate the likes, man. And I appreciate the likes, man. Make sure y'all continue to like the video, man. But this is what I am perplexed. This is what I'm perplexed about. So we stuck on the number 3 pick instead of dealing with what we got in front of us. We stuck on the number 3 pick. And this is the reason I'm asking this question. It's because and I really need y'all to like just listen. And let me really break this down. Just give me a second to really break this down. Because nobody I'm look, and I'm perplexed. This is why I'm perplexed. Because I think we just fell in love with the number 3 pick, no matter who was going to be picked right there. I think we subjectively just fell in love with having the number 3 pick. And it's very weird. Like we just fell in love with, and again, we turned our antennas off. Because I did it for a while and I had to regroup. I did it for a while and I had to regroup. So I'm trying to get y'all to regroup right quick. So nobody that's going to be available at the number 3 pick is a proven commodity. Like, okay, they're all talented young women. But if you look at this draft, and like I said, I don't even need to elaborate what I'm saying. Just go watch my film studies on each of these players. Nobody who is available at that number 3 pick is a proven player. Because y'all wanted the number 3 pick so bad. Because y'all said we was going to draft somebody that was going to change the franchise and be generational. None of those players in the top 5 have proven they're generational players. Nobody in the top 5 has proven they can carry a team. Nobody in this top 5 is a proven commodity. They all still got stuff to prove. They all still got stuff to prove. So, I think we fell in love with the pick and not the players that was going to be picked right there. That's why I said Ariel Atkins is worth the 3rd pick. See, you got to put everything into the actual spectrum. You got to put everything into the spectrum. No matter who we wanted at number 3, they all come with flaws. They all come with flaws. But guess what we're focused on? We're focused on this number 3 pick is going to change our franchise. How do you for 100% certain know that? How do you actually know that when none of them are proven to do that? None of them changed no franchise they were with. If you want to say Ariel Atkins would be 6 years older than whoever came in the draft, right? I get it. You got a 6-year gap. I totally get it. Totally get it. But like I said earlier, if I'm the GM, I got 2 windows. I can regroup again in 2028, 2029, depending on what my window looks like. I would rather, and this has always been my philosophy, I would rather bring a younger player in with younger players who got some experience and a little bit of girth on their accolades versus just constantly just swarming in new players, like young players. Like, you need to have a mixture. You need to have a mixture. You need to have a mixture of young talent, future talent, and vets. You see what I'm saying? So you still have your 2 second-round picks. You still have your number 10 pick. Rivers, Sellers, I don't like Sundale, because Sundale she's too slow. Like, it's one thing from playing under control and playing at a slow pace. Like, she just reacts too slow. Some of her passes are off. Like, the timing of them are off. Like, go watch how they play against good teams. Like, I don't like her game. I know she averages, I think, 6 to 7 assists a game. I don't like the way she runs the offense. It's very weird, clunky. Like, I just don't like that. 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 So, if I go into next season, listen to this. If I go into next season with Kamilla, Angelreese, Michaela, Mojo, Rachel Banham, Kia Nurse, Rebecca Allen, Ariel Atkins, who else I'm missing? E-Will. Who else I'm missing? So that's 9, right? That's 9. I get my point guard for the future in the draft that I can spend the whole year just building up, because Vandersloot's going to be there. But I think by the end of the season, they'll be starting. But I can bring them on slowly, though. So that's 10. And I still got my other 2 second-round picks. I bring those in. They both cap invites. I'm going to get, with my 2 second-round picks, I'm going to get, and this is if I can't trade, if I can't revisit with, I would even go to the Liberty. And be like, give me your number 7 pick for one of my second rounds and my number 10 pick. I would even go to the Liberty. I would even go to the Liberty. I mess with, look. So, with my 10th pick, I'm going to get my point guard for the future. And at 10, you going to have at least 2 to 3 players you can choose from for your future pick, for your future point guard. At 10, I'm going to get my point guard of the future. If I can move up to 7, that's what I'm going to do. But I'll get my point guard for the future. And with my 16th and 22nd pick, I'm going to get the best wing available and the best stretch 4 available. That's what I'm doing. And I'm bringing them in. They literally camp invites. See what they can produce for me. And I might find a diamond in the rough. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm going get my point guard of the future, and with my 2 second-round picks, I'm going to get the best wing available at that 16, and at that 22, I'm going to get the best stretch 4 available. Bringing them in for training camp and seeing if I can hit a diamond in the rough. If I can win on one of them, I won. If I can win on one of them, I won. So that's what I'm doing. Bree says, "Zoe, what are the Mystics even doing with all those draft picks?" I don't think they done moving players. I think the Mystics. I think the Mystics are going to end up with a point guard. I think the Mystics are going to take those picks and turn them into a point guard, because that's what they need. I truly think they're going to end up taking those picks and turning them into a point guard. I don't know if that's going to be moving up in the draft or going back into the trade market, but I think they're going to end up with a point guard with all those picks. Because you got young pieces in your front court. Your back court needs to be reworked. I could see Sykes on the move as well, because she came in late last season anyway. I could see Sykes on the move as well, maybe getting another late round pick. I mean, hey, maybe going to the Liberty, maybe going to the Liberty and saying, hey, y'all need a defensive guard, and y'all need a backup point. Y'all need a defensive guard. And I know they got other options at the point guard position, but that's just what I'm telling them. Look, Sykes for that number 7 pick might be too much for Sykes. Maybe not. It depends on how the team feels about what she can bring to the team. Maybe be too much, maybe not. But hey, hey, look, with the Mystics, they're apparently in rebuild mode. They got a young team. They not in the limelight like that. So like, they're not in a Chicago market. So they don't have that pressure to be great, because they're not in a sports market like that. Like, look at the Wizards. Nobody care about them being good or not. They talk about them being garbage, but they don't get headlines because they not in that type of market. You got to be in a certain type of market to get that kind of conversation. So they can fly under the radar, rebuild for the next 3 years. Chicago, you can't do that because of the kind of market you're in. You can't do that. Las Vegas, you can't do that. New York, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the market you're in. You gotta have that. And the moment y'all realize that markets make a difference on how you build teams, the better y'all feel. The better you will feel. The better you will feel. The better you will feel once you realize how teams are built depending on the market they're in. So I'm good. So at the end of the day, I think let me tell you this. I think with this move, we went from 10, because I said we were in the 10 to 12 spot. With this move, I think we're in the 7 to 8 spot. I'll even go as far to say maybe the 6th spot, because you got to remember, we don't know what the Mercury gonna look like. We don't know what Seattle's gonna look like, and we don't know what Atlanta's gonna look like. That was 3 teams that was in the playoffs last year. We don't know what those 3 teams are gonna look like. So that's 3 opportunities right there for us, and only 8 get in, right? So we got to remember those things when we think about like how far this team can go next year. Because with this roster, if Tyler Marsh is good of a coach as they say he is, with this roster, they have a chance to get that 6th spot. With this roster, they have a chance to get that 6th spot. And I'm basing all of this on what Tyler Marsh can do and who we gonna end the season, who we gonna end up having on this team to start the season. So if we can go get a legitimate point guard with that number 10, I think we could be in a position to get that 6 to 8 spot with that roster, outside of what the 2 other second round picks are. That's why I say Sellers. See, Sellers is the best player for this team because she's 6'3". On defense, she can guard 1 through 3, even 4. Because she gonna gain strength. She gonna gain strength going into, the season. Like, that's just how it goes. She gonna get what they call it her woman body. Like, she gonna gain strength. She gonna get a little sturdier. She gonna get her grown up build as she get older. So I'm not worried about that. And she already plays strong. She plays fast. So Sellers, if I'm Jeff, I'm doing everything I can to make sure I get Sellers. Sellers is who this team needs. Sellers is who this team needs. This team doesn't need Rivers. It doesn't need Georgia Moore. It doesn't need Sundale. This team, if this team is going to grow, this team needs Sellers. I'm telling y'all, this team needs Sellers. Because this is why I say this. I always look at players, right? And I say, okay, if they played alongside this player or that player, how would they look? I'm about to shock y'all right now. And it might not be a shock to some people. I'm going to be honest. Notre Dame is my team, if you don't know that, by the way. I'm going to be honest. If Sellers is on this team and Olivia Miles isn't, I'm going to be honest. I think Notre Dame is better. I think Notre Dame would be a better team with Sellers than Olivia Miles. Because again, if you don't watch Notre Dame and you don't tell me you just know the players and whatever. No, if you don't watch Notre Dame and you don't know what their deficiencies are, then you won't understand that statement. If you don't watch Notre Dame, I don't care if you know Maddie, I don't care if you know Citron, I don't care if you like Hannah Hidalgo. If you don't actually watch Notre Dame, you don't got a dog in this fight. I know all of Notre Dame's inefficiencies, and Sellers will cover up a lot of that. Our first inefficiency is Hannah Hidalgo is the only player that we can actually call an ISO for. For all the credit y'all give Olivia Miles, she can't even ISO. Don't go show me some highlight on YouTube or Instagram. Go watch a game and see she struggles to get ISO plays. Coach Ivy doesn't even run ISO plays for her because she struggles with them. Sellers excels at that. Another thing, Olivia Miles struggles keeping defenders in front of her. Olivia Miles struggles on drop slips. Drop slips is they set a screen. If I'm chasing, I just drop to the screen setter. She struggles with drop slips. Sellers excels at that. Sellers is bigger. She's more active on defense. Olivia Miles is a better I think Olivia Miles is one of the best transition downhill point guards I've seen in maybe the last 10 years, she's in my top 5. So that's why I'm not poo-pooing Olivia. I'm just giving y'all context to their play styles. Olivia Miles is in my top 5, just as far as no-look passes, like in transitions, her no-look passes. And it's weird because they don't run a lot of pick and roll for her at Notre Dame. Like, she isn't Hannah Hidalgo creates a lot of the actions in the pick and rolls. Olivia Miles doesn't, to say she's such a great passer. So that lets me know something at practice Coach Ivy is seeing in Olivia Miles' pick and roll game that doesn't give her confidence during the game. See, that's another thing y'all got to remember. That's why I say, like, we overvalue players, and then somebody like me got to come in and break it down and make it sound like I'm poo-pooing the player. No, y'all just overvalue them, and now I got to come in and bring context to it, and now it's hurting your heart. Now it's hurting your heart because I don't agree with what you agree with, because I ain't seeing it the way you see it. If Olivia Miles is such a great passer at all phases of the game, why is their half-court offense Hannah Hidalgo centric? And why is Olivia Miles never in the pick and roll action? Even when Prosper's in the game, she isn't in the pick and roll action. Prosper is a roll pick and pop shooter. Most point guards would die to play with players like Prosper. Even Risk, roll, big body, pick and roll, pick and pop player. Olivia Miles is doing something, and I think Neil Ivy is a smart coach. So Olivia Miles is doing something in her pick and roll that Coach Ivy isn't a fan of. Something's happening. Maybe her progression is too slow. Maybe she isn't seeing the backdoor cut at practice. Like, something's happening that Olivia Miles is never the one initiating the pick and roll to say she's such a great passer. That don't worry y'all. But y'all don't look for things like that. That's why y'all come here for that. That's why y'all come here for that, you know. So I don't blame y'all. Y'all come here for that. Something is happening where Olivia Miles is never initiating that half-court offense. Look at and look, this gonna prove my point, even though I don't gotta prove my point. But this is gonna prove my point. Go watch all of Olivia Miles passing highlights. They never in half court. They always going downhill in transition. Go watch. Look, you gonna be shocked. Again, that's why y'all come here. Because I break it down, I give y'all the insight. Go watch. Take off your blindfolds and go watch. Go watch Olivia Miles' highlights of her passing. Go watch. Go watch her. Go watch Notre Dame's women's college basketball page. Go watch YouTube. Go on ESPN channel. Go on TikTok. Go on Twitter. Go watch Olivia Miles' highlight passes. They're never in pick and roll. They're never in a half-court set where she's penetrating and kicking. They're always going downhill in transition. Because in half-court, she doesn't even run the offense. And y'all want her to run pick and roll with Angelreese and Kamilla Cardosa. How's she going to make them better when she doesn't even run pick and roll on her own team in college? But y'all want her to come to a grown women league and make them two better in the pick and roll that she doesn't even run. See, this is what I be talking about. Some of y'all the reason players end up on teams and end up overseas. Because they got GMs who pick like y'all pick. Because they got GMs out there who pick like y'all pick. So they get enamored with whatever social media and ESPN push it without doing their own homework. I do my own homework. I watch a ton of film. I know what point guard fits with Chicago Sky. And it ain't a transition point guard. I know what kind of point guard fits with the Chicago Sky and what they're trying to build. And it ain't a transition point guard. It's not. Some of y'all need to go just sit down and watch film and say, Okay, how does this, not what that player does on the stat sheet, not what ESPN tell you that player does. Sit down, watch the game, and say, does this type of passing fit with the Chicago Sky? Does this type of defense fit with the Chicago Sky? Does that type of scoring fit with the Chicago Sky? Does that type of mindset fit with the Chicago Sky? And if 50% of that is no, you got the wrong person. Draft picks are about fit. You get your fit with draft picks. You go get your superstars in trades and in free agency. You go get your fit with your draft picks. Y'all keep looking for our savior in a draft pick. You go get your fit. Unless you got the #1 pick, you go get the best available fit, not the best available player. You go get the best available fit with your draft picks. See, some of y'all thinking is the reason a lot of GMs don't have a job right now. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax. Again, fit. Draft picks are fit. You use trades to go get your superstars. You use free agency to go build out your bench. Your bench comes in free agency. You trade for superstars. Superstars don't just sign with your team. You trade. You trade for superstars. You don't just go in free agency hoping to get a superstar. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that. Again, Chicago is in a okay. I'm okay with the roster as of right now because the draft picks hasn't been made yet. I got to see what the draft picks are before I get my final assessment. Jeff, you still suck. I just like to deal with what's in front of me. Jeff, you still suck. Tyler Marsh, you got to show me something. I don't know what you got to show me something. You unproven. Front office, y'all still incompetent to me. We'll see what the attraction of the new practice facility brings. But outside of that, man, the car crash out was okay. I think with the right draft pick and seeing what one of these diamond in the rough camp invites could do, I think we're two players away from that six seed. Right now, we're 7-9, probably right on the outside looking in, depending on how good Atlanta is. I think we're 7-9 right now. I think the right draft pick and maybe the right camp invite gets us that 6th spot. I definitely think we'll have a winning record. I don't know. I mean, it's all wait and see at the end of the day. I mean, it's all conjecture. It's all wait and see at the end of the day. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Brass tacks. A lot of my guys who play Power 5 football and basketball and pro watch games on TV with the sound off because they don't want to hear pundits. Yeah, I don't even watch. I don't even listen when I look at basketball games. I don't even listen to the commentators. I literally don't have the sound on. I'll be listening to something on YouTube while watching the game. I literally don't listen. Like, why you think so many players are coming out with podcasts, and you got a lot of like mainstream analysts who got the communication degrees in college. They actually hate it because people really want to hear people who's been there before takes, because they sound more realistic. Most athletes talk from a realistic standpoint. That's why to some people we come off as aggressive, we come off as arrogant, we come off as goody two shoes. It's because y'all not used to hearing it in mainstream media. You're not used to hearing a lot of athletes talk the way they actually want to talk. Because I watch some athletes on mainstream media platforms like your ESPNs, your First Takes, all of that, FS1s. I'm going to tell y'all, they be following scripts, and agendas. They not really like that. They got to have this low, calm demeanor because it scares everybody else at the table. Like, look how Shannon Sharp, who still keeps it real to a degree. If you watch Shannon Sharp, if you was a fan of Shannon Sharp growing up, you know that's not his real personality. What you see on ESPN is not what you see on his nightcap. That's his real personality. So I need y'all to, and I'm saying this because Shannon Sharp has even said this. I need y'all to stop taking with people who never played the game before, taking their mindset and thinking that's the end-all be-all mindset. Because for half of the athletes, I'm even talking to those who was like even good in high school. Most athletes don't think like them. Most athletes don't talk like them. Most athletes' mindsets are different. Their mindsets are very tempered, very organized and structured. If y'all even watch the way I talk, I don't try to be organized. I don't try to use big words. I'm not structured. No, we just about to talk hoops, and I'm about to tell you what I actually think. That's how I approach it. We about to talk. Y'all came here to talk hoops. Y'all didn't come here to hear a lecture. Y'all came here to talk hoops. So don't let these people with these mass communication degrees fool y'all into thinking that's how sports conversations actually go, because they don't. That's why when y'all hear somebody, I'll even use me. I don't want to throw nobody's name out there. I'll use me. That's why when y'all hear somebody like me talk, to some of y'all it might come off as arrogant. It might come off as chauvinistic. It might come off as know-it-all. It might come off as aggressive because of my tone, because I got an elevated tone. Because a lot of us, y'all don't hear every day. Don't you know, nobody told me I had an aggressive attitude. I talk loud until I got on YouTube. Don't you know, in my whole sports career, nobody has ever told me I talk aggressively, I talk loud, I yell till I got on YouTube. Till I got on YouTube. And that made me started realizing, and I remember Shannon Sharp said that one time on First Take. And a couple other, like Richard Sherman said it one time. Like, society hasn't heard enough of athletes talk. And it's kind of like the big wheel. We're not the big engine of the media market of the conversation. So when y'all hear athletes talk, like, go watch Carmelo Anthony them show. I forgot what it's called. Go watch Jeff Teague them show. They clowning, they laughing, they talking loud. You get Jeff Teague mad. Yeah, he might have a smooth tone, but when you get him mad, you'll hear his voice elevate. Go watch KG and Paul Pierce. All they do is yell to some people that might be yelling. To me, that's just a sports conversation. Go watch Gilbert Arenas, McCants, Brandon Jennings, especially Gilbert Arenas. They all talk loud. Dwight Howard and Boogie Cousins. Like, that's just how athletes talk. Like, to us, that's not, to athletes, that's not yelling. That's not being aggressive. That's not being agitated. That's not throwing shots. That's just a conversation. But media, this media market and all these pundits, y'all, they let y'all fool y'all into think that's how that's how we talking. They let y'all think that's how conversations happen in the locker room. Look, and I challenge anybody who's played sports in this chat to tell me I'm wrong. Any segment I've heard on First Take, I've never heard that in the locker room. Like the way it's orchestrated, First Take, ESPN, whatever. Excuse my opinion, all of that. That's not how conversations happen in the locker room. That's not how conversations happen when you just shooting hoops and we just running it. Like, we don't talk like that. That's very structured and organized. So when people come in that's not structured and organized into the YouTube spaces, it makes people feel weird because that's not what they normally hear. They normally hear people with the good microphones that sound like they're professional, like they're in a movie. But if you take away that microphone and their voice, they really don't know what they're talking about. It just sounds good coming out their microphone. But if you really pull back and really sit down with yourself, like sometimes I need y'all to really sit down. Just sit down and turn everything off and just listen to what people say sometimes. Y'all gonna be like, damn, I see what Zoe mean. Like, just sit down and really listen. Like, listen to how they break stuff down. Like, write it down. As they breaking stuff down, write it down. You gonna understand. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, write it down. You'll be shocked at how much fluff people have in their conversations with no substance. They might say one or two good things in like a 5-minute spiel. Like, really go, and you're gonna see a lot of people just be that statement of just talking just to talk. That's what that is. You're just talking just to talk. But again, shout out to all of them. And I'm really talking to these haters out here. I'm really talking to these haters that just make streams, just hating on athletes, hating on people for no reason. Like, that's just weird to me. I'm really talking to them when I talk about, like, y'all just follow them and they really not even talking about nothing. Like, they really not. Like, that's so weird to me. But anyway, man, y'all be cool. Y'all be smooth. Another crash out session over with, man. Look. Tomorrow, I got Rory Harmon. I've been watching some film on her. I'm a little impressed. I'm more impressed. I've been watching film on Rory from Texas. I'm a little more impressed than I was at first. So I'll see. I'm a little more impressed. I'm a little more impressed. Be Will, I got the Aces stuff coming because a lot of Aces fans been asking me where I was because I was doing Aces on my other stream, for those who don't know. So I'm gonna start bringing in. I'm gonna start bringing Aces stuff in as we get closer to the season. Probably around like March sometime. I'm gonna start doing some Aces stuff because I'm definitely gonna be doing the Aces live streams this year. You know, for my Aces fan, get my Aces fans back on board. I'm definitely gonna be doing some Aces live streams. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But again, if they tell you something, believe them. If they tell you something, believe them. But if they show you something, now you know who they are. Never say I never taught y'all nothing. But again, another crash out session done, chilling. Hopefully y'all learned something today, man. Appreciate all y'all for pulling up. Make sure you like the video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe on your way out. Tomorrow I do have my Rory Harmon maybe number 10 pick video coming out tomorrow. Make sure y'all go back and watch Excuse the Takeover with me and the homegirl Key from WBB Universe. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my homegirl Key. Might be live on Showtime channel this weekend for the Rose game. I'll see. It is my birthday weekend. Well, this is literally my birthday week, so I'll see what the wife got in store as far as like what time or whatever like that. Might be able to catch a half or whatever like I did yesterday. We'll see. So pull up the Showtime for the rival games. Might be doing that again every Monday. Me and Key back with Excuse the Takeover. Appreciate all the love we've been getting on there. Appreciate all the Instagram messages. and how much y'all love the show. Again, the more support y'all show to the show, again, appreciate all the super chats yesterday. The more support y'all show, we almost had $100 in super chats yesterday. I think we ended with like $80 in super chats. So appreciate all of that. So the more y'all support the show, the bigger it grows, honestly, and the more we're able to do as far as like adding on other shows. Maybe we'll do like a special, a 1 hour special once a month. You know, find a day once a month, do a 1 hour special on something. You know, we'll see what that looks like in the future. But for now, every Monday, 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, pull up, come kick it with us. I love how y'all are interactive in the chat. Again, we don't bring people up on the channel, but we do love reading y'all comments in the chat. I even go back after the video ends and relook at comments, stuff like that. So I do like to go back and hear y'all thoughts. So when y'all watching Excuse the Takeover, look, stay in the chat, stay engaged about the topics, because I always go back and read them. So I appreciate all the love. Again, when y'all in the chat engaging like that, it just keeps us in the algorithm as our video is on. So shout out to all of y'all, man, for continuing to support whatever we got going on. Even got something bigger coming down the pipeline in the next couple months. Can't really talk too much on it, but hopefully in the next month or so, y'all see that come to light as well, and I'm pretty sure y'all gonna love that as well. That's gonna be huge as well, man. So again, appreciate all the subscribers. I'm at 2,200, man. 2,200. Like that's all to y'all. 2,200 subscribers. So that's all y'all, man. Just supporting, loving what I'm doing. You always gonna have haters, but I always say, even when haters watch, it's a view for me. You know, it's a like for me, it's a view for me, it's a comment for me, it's a subscriber for me, which equals to $1 for me. So even my haters get me paid. So shout out to all my haters out there, man. I wouldn't be here without you. Man. But appreciate it, man. Appreciate the because I didn't do that on my video yesterday. Appreciate the 2,200 subscribers, man. Appreciate that. Let's see how long it take me to get to 3K. The video is gonna keep coming. So hopefully I can get to 3K soon, man. We'll see. Maybe if I get the 3K by the draft, look, that'd be cool. The draft is April 14th. Let's see if I get the 3K before April 14th, man. That'd be a huge blessing, man. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. But outside of that, appreciate all of y'all support. On my 2,000K mark, closing in on 2,500. So let's see if I can get to 2,500, you know, by my birthday or something. Who knows? Let's see if I get 2,500 by my birthday in a week. So the 300 subscribers, man. 300 subscribers away from the 2,500 mark. So let's see what that looks like. Again, appreciate all the support, everything, man. Make sure y'all like this video on your way out. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button on your way out. But that'll do it for me, man. And y'all be cool.